David Bell. I'm the executive sous chef from the Intercontinental Regency, Bahrain. Today we're going to make surf and turf. It's a classic dish known all around the world. In my country we call it beef and reef. It is a dish that consists of meat and seafood. So today we're going to use Black Angus Beef fillet. We're going to serve it with a carrot and ginger puree, on top of with a langoustine and Hollandaise sauce. So we'll start by making the carrot and ginger puree. Just basically peeled carrot, we're just going to roughly chop. To this we're going to add a little bit of ginger. So we're just going to grate the ginger. Just do a little pinch of cumin. Cumin adds a nice depth of flavour. Some salt, and whenever we make a puree we use pepper, but we always use white pepper. I'm going to add cream. We're looking at about 2 cups. Just enough to cover the carrot. We're simply going to bring our carrots to the boil. Let them simmer. It will take about 15 minutes, and then we can puree. So next we're going to barbecue our beef fillet. So here we have a nice piece of Angus beef fillet. For this dish you can use any good cut of meat. Ribeye is my personal favourite. A sirloin you could easily use. A little bit of olive oil on the top. We're going to use salt. Nice liberal amount of salt, and of course lots of nice black pepper, of course pepper. And a nice hot barbecue. So while our steaks are cooking, we're going to cook our langoustines. So these are a langoustine, very similar to a prawn. In my country we call these a scampi. If you can't find a langoustine, you can always use a prawn, or you can use a lobster. So a cold bouillon is basically a poaching liquid. It has a mixture of vegetables in. Have a bay leaf, and we'll also put in a cut a lemon, put a lemon in. And simply we're going to put these in the water for maybe 3 minutes, just to give them a blanch. So our steaks are halfway done. We turn them over, we've got a nice crisscross on. And it's really simple, we're just going to turn them over. So our scampi or langoustines are ready to come out of the water. We're just going to drop them in a bowl of ice water. The thinner ones are cooking first, so they're definitely ready. We use, generally in the kitchen, we'll use where you feel the tension on the steak. If it's still a bit soft, okay, so you can pick these up at any home store. A meat will have a temperature for when it's cooked. So if we check our temperature of our meat, the internal temperature, it'll actually tell us how cooked it is. We're simply just going to take our heads off. We just want to take the vein in the middle. You always want to remove. So simply we're going to take 1 lemon. Here I have 3 egg yolks, which I've separated, and I have 250 grams of butter in a bowl. Eggs go first. We squeeze our lemon second. All the butter goes on top. So we have our eggs, our lemon juice and our butter in our bowl, and all we're going to do is bring it over a pot of water, which is boiling. We'll turn it down to a simmer, and we're simply just going to whisk. So it's turn into that consistency. So our carrots are ready. They're all softened up. We're going to puree our carrot. We're going to take our carrots out. Place in a blender. Remove any lumps that might be in. It's not essential that you do this. It's just something that we'll always do in the restaurants. So really, just to finish, we just need to warm up our langoustine tails. Very simply, we're just going to saute them in a little bit of butter. So we're going to add a few knobs of butter, and then we'll add our langoustine tails. And we're just going to basically warm them up. We're going to saute them as the butter melts. They're almost cooked, so we're only just trying to warm them through. Make sure we season and some pepper, just so we don't break up the meat. We're just going to keep tossing in our butter. We have our 4 components. We have our carrot and ginger puree, we have our Hollandaise sauce, we have our langoustine tails, and our steak.